Are you the Countess? No? Alright, your turn. Ah, the handmaid. Guess you're protected for a turn. I'll just play the prince and discard my own hand. Here you go. Are you the princess? Geez, what gave it away?
Just got out of a long-lasting relationship with a Eurogame and unsure if you're going to bounce back? Or maybe you're on a streak of poorly put-together casual games that have left you unsatisfied. Don't worry, we're not looking to get you back into anything too serious just yet. You know what you need? A summer fling. Someone to take your mind off your past relationships, but also give you the fiery, loving passion you so deserve. And that's what we're going to do on this episode of Boardgame Bachelor, when we match you up with Love Letter. Where do we start with Love Letter? Well, Love Letter may be an easy-to-get person on paper, but their true beauty and mystery lie within their many identities. See, in Love Letter, identity is the name of the game, and you are trying to cheer up the princess by courting her with a spicy love letter after her mother gets thrown into prison for high treason. I'm not making this up, it's all in the backstory. So it's up to you to seduce Love Letter into getting into talks with the person closest to the princess to ensure that she reads your letter. Fear not if you don't feel comfortable with Love Letter on your first try. Sometimes it could be hard to get a message to an 8 when you're surrounded by 1s, or 2s, or 3s, or 4s, or 5s, or her dad. Maybe don't give the letter to him. You have many tools at your disposal to get to where you want to be when it comes to the tightrope of love and secrecy. For example, you may find yourself paying off the guards to accuse your rival of being the prince. This, however, may not be correct or statistically in your favor given what's already been played. However, while we're on statistics, it may be in your favor to guess that your rival is, in fact, the prince. Every opportunity you see fit, as you're bound to get it right eventually.
Are you the prince?
No.
Are you the prince?
No.
Are you the prince?
Actually, this time I am. Good guess. Before I tell you more about Love Letter, I have to tell you about how the two of us got acquainted. You see, growing up, whenever me and the family would play board games, it would always be the same classics over and over and over and over and over and over.
And although they were fun to have around as a kid, they really didn't last the test of time for entertainment. They survived because they were simple and something that we didn't have to spend hours learning to be good at. We could all show up and have a good time. So when Love Letter came into my life, it was a breath of fresh air. Not only was Love Letter something new, but it was something that I could enjoy with my family and have everyone be good at, especially my dad. When I think of Love Letter, I don't think about a pouch with a bunch of cards in it. I think about an old lover that I met when I first went to the family vineyard one summer. They were a neighbor of mine that I would see from across the way. We would introduce ourselves and connect right away, which would lead to a passionate weekend of pouring our hearts out to each other. Just for one weekend, then having to return back home. Back to the mundane of life, but in my head, Love Letter keeps its place. I think about Love Letter a lot, and although I can't play Love Letter all the time, they remain as one of my favorites. I await the time that I can return to the vineyard and reignite the passion that we had for each other once again. I know that I won't be able to stay and settle down with Love Letter. We both know that's not what we want. But we both seem to forget that our time is only temporary and focus on the passion and love. I know what you're thinking. Nick, I don't know if Love Letter's the one for me. I'm still getting over my last board game and I don't know if I could jump into a fury of passion and cardstock. Fret not, my heart-sick wanderer.
For Love Letter is not just Love Letter, but also Love Letter Hobbit Edition and Love Letter Batman. It may not be the love letter you're looking for, but hey, at least it'll service some of your long-lost fantasies. And in the Batman one, the princess is the Joker. So it's like you're sending a letter to him if you're into that. Love Letter is the type of person that'll take the weight and stress off your family from thinking about your last complicated relationship and have them focus on the fact that you all feel whole, even though you both know that this is temporary. Love Letter isn't the type you want to marry, but it is the type that you want to remember and occasionally play with those memories time and time again. Because of this, I'm giving Love Letter my rating of dateable. But hey, don't just take it from me. Let's head on over to the Meepler dating app to see what other people are saying about Love Letter. Let's open up the app, scroll down to reviews, and let's see what people are saying. There's a couple here. Thought I was dating an 8 out of 8 princess. Turned out to be the countess instead. 7 out of 8. Would not date, mate. It seems kind of harsh. This one's a really long one. Dear Nick,
I didn't know a good way to contact you. I've received all of the letters you sent me, and I could wholeheartedly say that I feel the same way you do. Though our hearts may not be each other's, you'll always have a place in mine. May you see each other again at your family's dinner table. Love, Princess
Annette. Whoa. I didn't think my letter would actually get to her. I just gave it to a lowly priest. I never would have guessed he'd be close with the princess, let alone reach her above others. I'm still processing this. Here, there's one more review. Let me get through it. Her dad is pretty hot. Okay, well, that's enough of that app, I think. And while Love Letter may not be your next big relationship, I'm sure they'll always be there for a loving time with you and your family. Until next time, I'm Nick, signing off.